Hi, I'm Caron Butler, and you're watching Thunder Insider.
And welcome back to Thunder Insider. I'm now joined by Nick Gallo as well as Grant Long. And Grant, before the break, we heard some of your interview with Caron Butler, but I'd like to know, what were your first impressions of him?
I like what I heard. I've known this guy for quite a while. I've seen him play in the NBA. Obviously, he's been in there for 12 years. And the one word that seems to come to mind that keeps coming up when you talk about Caron is his versatility and his toughness that he has on both sides of the ball. And I think that's what he will add that to this ball club. That, I mean, they already have these intangibles anyway, but when you add another player with the same likeness, I think it definitely helps the team.
Both mentally and physically tough, and I think that's something that just down the line, when this team faces a bunch of different squads in the playoffs or late in the season, he's another option for head coach Scott Brooks.
And nice timing. I mean, Thabo Sefolosha, Kendrick Perkins, both guys pride themselves on defense. They are out. How important will that defensive toughness be to this team right now?
Well, this team needs that on every single possession. I know the squad is trying to get back to their defensive ways where they're holding teams to low shooting percentages, but a lot of that comes with communication, rotations, and just being on the same page. I think Caron Butler, being a veteran, is a great guy to be able to just slide right in, understand those defensive concepts and principles, and just communicate well with the guys on the floor.
Grant, when someone says toughness, and we've heard it over and over and over when we're talking about him, does that mean a mental thing? Is that a physicality? What is that exactly?
When I look at and where I hear that name or that thing describing toughness in an individual player, the two things that I look at: do you have pride individually at stopping that guy that's in front of you? Do you really try to go out and shut that player down that you're assigned to on that particular night? That's having pride, but also you have to have pride and you also have to have thick skin, because if that player starts to play well, are you going to hang your head and all of a sudden go into a shell, or are you going to dig a little bit deeper and try to come up with a way to stop that individual? Even if you have to solicit help from your teammates, you still have to find a way to get that done. And that's toughness to me, and I think Caron Butler has that.
Well, the Thunder definitely had that against Memphis last week, a team that prides himself on being physical and defensively tough. There was a key point in winning that game as well. Well, a few key points, but they all pointed to defense and getting things turned around. Nick, we're going to look at one of those plays in particular where the Thunder really locked in on defense.
This play is a microcosm of what the Thunder wants to do every single possession. As you can see, all five guys start out in great guarding position. Nick Collison is forcing his man, who's a post player, out onto the wing somewhere where he's uncomfortable. Reggie Jackson follows his man into the corner. Here we're going to see two instances of great communication. Collison and Jackson in the pick and roll coverage on the strong side. Kevin Durant and Jeremy Lamb on the weak side calling out a switch. Obviously then the Thunder uses its length. Durant makes a play. Jeremy Lamb hustles into the corner. Only 1.4 seconds left on the shot clock for Tony Allen, which is not enough time to get a shot off. A shot clock violation. This is the perfect defensive play for the Thunder.
See, and that's the extra effort that you have to have. If you're going to play defense and you're going to be a good defensive team, that last effort by Jeremy Lamb to get out there and contest that shot, a lot of players would not even make the effort to get over there and try to challenge that shot. But because he did, it forced a violation in the half court.
And as you can see, physically, the Thunder has that length, that athleticism to be one of the elite defensive teams in the league. When they communicate and when they do things the way that they should, like they did on that possession, it's really hard for teams to get a clean look at the rim.
They've talked all week about wanting to be better defensively, play 48 minutes of defense. We saw that happen at the end of the 6-game homestand. Nick, you talked to the guys a lot this week about what it was to finally get things turned around on defense. What do you think clicked?
This was an interesting 6-game homestand, and I think over the final 3 games, the team really saw what they can do when they communicate, when they all hustle back, get matched up in defense, and get there into their spots early. That really makes a big difference, because then everybody's on the same page, everybody knows where their guys are coming from, and that was the big thing. I think communication is what the guys really hit on.
And that's exactly what the players talked about this week. Let's check it out in this week's practice report.
We just have to keep pushing ourselves and keep challenging ourselves to continue to be that defensive team that we been for a lot of years. But I think the last game, we had some good moments, so hopefully we continue that.
Yeah, it means that we're on the same page defensively. I think last night was a step in the right direction.
We just definitely have to be better, but it was a good step. And, we just got to keep improving on small things, just, boxing out, closing the paint up, getting out the shooters, and we'll be fine.
You have to be engaged the whole 24 seconds. It's physically demanding. Getting back and getting an initial position, a good start to the defense is big.
I think that's what we like about our group of guys. We have some flexibility on guys that are with versatility that can guard different players. That's the best part about, sometimes not playing well is just learning from your mistakes and trying to get better from them. And knowing that we didn't peak, I think that's a good thing as well. Just knowing we can get better. Hopefully we get better at the right time.
Ahead on Thunder Insider.
It's just been great just to get to, meet all the other mascots and just have a special time with family.